friends and you still moan. Moan, moan, moan. You're lucky. You're all together. You don't know what it is to be alone.
So the threat in this episode is drawing. How terrifying. Fear Her by Matthew Graham, and is of course episode 11 of series 2 of Doctor Who. Now, Fear Her tells the story of the Doctor and Rose landing in London 2012 just in time for the Olympics. However, on a mysterious street there have been many disappearances of kids and adults alike. Little does the Doctor and Rose know that they are being trapped in the drawings of a young girl named Chloe Webber, who has been possessed by a flower-like alien, the Isolos, who just wants friends. So Fear Her. Yeah, everybody absolutely hates this episode. Everybody considers this by far the worst episode of Series 2, the one dud in Series 2, well, along with Love and Monsters, but I defended Love and Monsters, so hey-ho. However, Fear Her, there's no defending Fear Her. It is not very good. I agree with the haters. It is the worst story of Series 2 by far. Now, before I just get into the problems with this episode, because boy, there are a lot, let's talk about the few good things this episode had to offer, because it's not completely irredeemable. First of all, I like how Rose is the hero, basically the doctor for the day, and it's more about her solving the problem, and she's not just reduced to the damsel in distress. That was an interesting choice, having the doctor being in danger for a change. Thank God they actually listened. And David Tennant and Billie Piper are still fantastic, and their performance is one of the saving graces of this episode. And I really like the child actress who played Chloe. She did pretty good if this was her first performance. But I'm afraid, guys, that is all the good this episode has to offer. Now let's talk about the bad. Boy, let's talk about it. First of all, this episode, it's completely boring. There's a complete lack of threat, lack of tension, lack of an antagonist in it. And it feels so small in scale. It just doesn't feel like a Doctor Who episode at all. It lacks the epic production design of previous episodes. Like, it feels so cheap and lazily filmed. I did not like the streets this episode was set on. It was the most boring location I have seen in Doctor Who, or one of the most, but still. And just, I love drawing. Drawing is one of my favourite pastimes. I've been drawing my entire life, so this episode could have interested me. It could have been an interesting idea, seeing an antagonist that traps people inside drawings, but it's so poorly executed, and the antagonist is a flower. An alien flower. The Isolos, yeah, is a terrible villain. He is one of the weakest Doctor Who antagonists of the Russell T Davies era, period. The Isolos isn't even threatening. He just wants friends, and that's it. He uses Chloe to trap people inside her drawings for friends. Well, that's not really getting friends, is it? That's just imprisoning them. And if the Isolos has Chloe, why would he need any more friends? And the subplot with Chloe's father was completely unnecessary. You could have taken it out of the episode, it wouldn't have made any difference. And like I said, this episode is boring. It really is. There's little to no action in this episode at all. It's not gripping for an adult audience, particularly in the slightest. I mean, kids might like this episode, but this episode, that's all it is. It's written just for kids, and Doctor Who is not supposed to be a kids show. It's a family show. It's got to please both the kids and the adults. Gosh, adult viewers must have been bored out of their minds watching this with their kids when it first airs. There's also some ridiculous moments in this episode, like when Rose is attacked by the scribble. I'm like, congratulations, Matthew Graham, you should win the prize for writing one of the most ridiculous, craziest Doctor Who scenes just ever. Yeah, this episode has little to nothing going for it. It's not funny, it's not dark, it's not dramatic, it's not memorable at all. And even its attempts of humour, like when Rose breaks into the cancel van and uses a cancel pickaxe to dig up a cancel road to find the Isolos' ship, that scene I didn't even find funny. I'll be honest, guys, Fear Her is a complete definition of a filler episode. It connects nothing to the series finale and the overall theme and all the Dr. Rose's character arc of the series. Yeah, you could completely remove this episode from series 2 and it wouldn't change the quality of the series at all. So Fear Her is by far my least favourite. It's a series 2 story and one of my least favourite Russell T Davies era stories in general.
I give Fear Her 2 stars out of 5.
Thank God Matthew Graham didn't come back to write another Doctor Who episode again. If this was his best effort, well, I hope he does do better with his writing in the future. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. What do you think of Fear Her? Please comment, let me know if you like this video and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter or Google+. And I'll see you all next time when I review my absolute favourite Doctor Who Series 2 story, Army of Ghosts and Doomsday, the epic finale. Bye guys.